Yo, what's good YouTube? This is Jay from T&J, and we are about a month and a half, 2 months almost into the season. Let's just look at some of our player stats, some of our leaders here on the team. So we got Braun here. Let's just sort by, let's sort by average here. So Franklin Gutierrez is leading the team in average, hitting 370. And now that we're looking at Franklin Gutierrez, let's look at the rest of the league. So he is actually leading the NL in batting average. He's actually leading the majors in batting average. Let's go over to home runs. He's second in the NL in home runs. He's got 13. He's got second in the NL in RBIs as well, 38. Let's see what else he's got. On base percentage, he's first in the NL. Slugging percentage, he's first in the NL. And on base plus slugging, first. So he's having a hell of a year. Josh Hader down here is tied for third with 5 wins. He kind of came back down to earth after that 5-1 start. Let's just look at the rest of our team here. So JJ Hardy, he only has 85 at bats, but he's hitting 318 so far. So he's actually playing that reserve role. I kind of took him out of the starting lineup, and he started hitting better off of the, like, not starting every day. So he's doing well. Travis Shaw's hitting 306, and he's kind of that platoon third baseman as well. Keon Brox is hitting 300 off of the bench. Ryan Braun's hitting 266. VR is hitting a little bit better. He started the year a little slow. He's hitting 247 now. Eric Thames is actually hitting 241, and he was struggling as well, but he's got 5 home runs. Not too many home runs, not too many RBIs. Looks like he might be top 5 though in RBIs, but Brinson's only hitting 203, and that's kind of alarming because I want him to hit for average, not just power. We can obviously see he has power. He has 10 home runs, 26 RBIs right now. Robinson Chirino is hitting 194. I'm not too mad about this because it seems like he's coming around as of later. Jet Bandy's hitting 308. It looks like he wants his spot back, to be honest. We're going to have to see because Robinson Chirinos, it seems like he hits well when I play with him. When I sim, that's when he goes, you know, 0 for 4 and things like that. I was hoping to get Hernan Perez to start at third, but look at him. He's only hitting 171, and RC is hitting 154. So RC is kind of hurting us at this point because, remember, I like to bat him in that A spot because he had a really good year last year. Let's just look at his stats from last year. Well, he had 232, but for the most part when I was playing with him, he would get on base and then just get bunted over and then score. So he's kind of hurting us in that A spot. I might have to revisit that A spot. I'm not sure because, I mean, it is early in the season. Like I said, if we look at the standings, 26 and 18. We're 3 games back from the Cubs. Remember, we were ahead and then went on that losing streak, and now we're 3 games back. But if we look at the wild card, we're first in the wild card right now. So I mean, honestly, I want to win a division. Just because I don't want to play in that winner go home game. But we're talking about the Cubs here. They can go on a streak at any time. Really what we have to do is take advantage of when we play them, because it's gonna be tough playing them. But let's just look at the top right there. We're 5th in speed, 21st in contact, 2nd in power, which I addressed in the offseason, 18th in pitching, which isn't bad. It's an improvement on last year. We're 26th in defense though, and I think that's mainly contributed to Lewis Brinson's low fielding stats and Ryan Braun's in the outfield. So I might be worried about that in the playoffs. We'll see. You know, it's still a long season. We still can make some trades. We never know. Cardinals aren't far behind. They're 3.5 games behind us. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's just get into some of this gameplay. Geronimo Reyes looks like he dropped down one in the top prospects, but let's just get into this gameplay, man. We're going up against the Phillies. Thought I'd give you a little different team here, but let's go. We're going up against Ben Lively. He's 1-4 on the year, 4.95 ERA, going against the Brewers, who are hitting the ball well as of late. And VR starts out the game with a hit to the right side. Eric Thames follows him up right after that and advances him to third base. So we got guys on the corner to start the game. And Ryan Braun comes up next and takes a wild pitch, and VR is fast enough to get in. The pitcher doesn't even try to cover home plate. He knows he's not getting him. And Ryan Braun strikes out, but look at the catcher. He can't play the ball off the wall. So we got guys on the corners again. And Franklin Gutierrez, leading the NL in batting average, leading the Brewers in home runs, delivers with a hit down the line. And the Brewers take the early 2-0 lead. So we got guys in scoring position. And this game was all about not delivering with guys in scoring position. We had no outs with a guy on second and third. 3 straight batters come up and nobody can drive not even one in. So they get out of that inning. Luckily, only 2 runs given up. But we got Nate Carnes going on the mound. He pitches a really good game here. Here he gets Adrubal Herrera to strike out. And here the next inning, VR's already up again. And he gets a hit to the left side. And the same thing from the first inning's happening. Eric Thames advances VR to third. So we got guys on the corners. And Ryan Braun swings that one way out of the strike zone. So we don't score any runs there. And here Travis Shaw gets the start at third today. He's hitting the ball really well here in the 4th inning. And here we just advance a runner to second. So we got a guy in scoring position again. And the pitcher hits VR with 2 strikes. Then hits Eric Thames with 2 strikes. So Ryan Braun again gets another shot and hits a solid ball up the middle. But it hits off the pitcher and he acts like nothing happened and throws the ball to first. And they get out of the inning. Bases loaded. But here Nate Carnes is giving up one to Herrera. He faces him again. And Herrera is a tough guy to pitch against because his zones are all red. He hits the ball well. But here in the 5th inning, Brinson is getting walked and gets advanced to third on a little dribbler after a pass ball. And Travis Shaw takes one deep to right. And that one's going to get out. No, it's not. It's going to hit off the wall. But Travis Shaw at least brings one in on that one. So we got the early 3-1 lead here in the 7th inning. And Ryan Braun starts out this inning with a hit to the left side. Franklin Gutierrez comes up next and does the same thing. They're playing him deep, so he hits one in front of the outfielders there. So we got guys on first and second with no outs. And I get anxious here at the plate, swing at a bad pitch with Brinson. And here with 2 outs, Travis Shaw can't get anything done. So, like I said, we just can't get runs across this game with guys in scoring position. It seems like we had so many opportunities. And here Nate Carnes is running into a little bit of trouble. 2 hits to start it out. And here's a third right past the fielders. And I'm not prepared for that fielder switch. So I kind of like go to the right and I play it wrong. But anyway, the runner comes in to score. So we had to bring in Corey Knebel in relief. But he gets the next guy to ground out. But remember, there was no outs in that inning. So the runner does come in to score. So they tie it up 3-3. And here in the 9th inning, we're looking to take the late lead here after they tied it up. Eric Thames starts out the inning with the hit up the middle off the pitcher, and Ryan Braun comes through, advances Thames to third. So we got guys on the corners with no outs. And Franklin Gutierrez, I swing at that pitch because I'm expecting him to hit a deep pop fly, deep enough to advance him, but it's not deep enough. I'm not going to take any chances. So here Brinson grounds out to the second baseman, but luckily he has the speed to beat it out. So we take the 4-3 lead. And here in the 9th inning, I'm going against this guy. He fouls out 3 straight pitches on a 3-2 count and then gets a hold of one and takes it deep. So Steve Geltz cannot get the save there. So they tie it up in the 9th inning. But he does get A couple batters later, them to ground out, and we're going to extras here. And Travis Shaw comes up in the 10th. Travis Shaw, he is hitting lights out at the plate. I mean, hitting the ball really well. I think he's earned back his starting third base position at least for quite a few games coming up here. And here we have J.J. Hardy getting a hit. And look at the first baseman. He tries to dive at Keon Broxton and he misses the tag. So we get Keon on to first. And here Eric Thames comes up. He does not hit a deep enough fly ball. I'm not going to risk it going home with the 56 speed guy on third. And here Ryan Braun looking for another run, and he cannot deliver with the guy in scoring position. So we do bring in the new acquisition, Antonio Bastardo, in the 10th. In his first batter he faces, he gives up a hit up the middle. It's not looking promising, but the next batter we get to ground out luckily. So he has one more batter to face to get out of this extra inning game. And he gets him to line out to left to Braun. And the Brewers escape. We get 14 hits and we only score 5 runs. That's crazy, but we got the win, so I'm not that worried. That's all that matters. Hit subscribe, and we're going to be back for the next episode. See you then.